This is what motherhood looks like, you guys. No makeup, dirty hair, a t-shirt that was my husband's but shrunk in the wash, and having one of those mornings where I feel pretty shit. Feeling like I'm not doing good enough, but that's okay. I really think it is. I think it's normal to have those days where you just feel like a bad mom. And honestly, I think having those moments where you question yourself are really just proof that you're a good mom because you care a lot. I don't think enough real moments of motherhood like this are available on social media. In one breath, people always thank me for being real and raw about motherhood on social media, and in another breath, I know that I put on makeup and a lot of the videos that I put out there are about positive things, the hurdles that I've overcome, but I'm not documenting the hurdles when they're happening all of the time. If I'm gonna do this, then I've got to make sure that I'm not just doing this. I've got to make sure that I actually am putting out content that is raw and real, and it doesn't get any more raw than this, guys. I put so much of that positive stuff out there on my platforms because I want to inspire you and I want to share with you the lessons that I've learned along the way, lessons that I've learned usually the hard way myself, so that hopefully you can avoid making the same mistakes that I have, or lessons that I've learned from professionals in various baby fields, because I've been so lucky enough to have them as resources to me on my motherhood journey, and I know how blessed I am to have those resources. So ultimately, I just want to share the knowledge that I've gained from them with other moms. I don't think the perfect mom really exists. I don't think any of us really know what we're doing. We certainly do not know everything at all. Every day presents new challenges, new triumphs. To be honest, I actually just woke up from another nap because I was so exhausted. I've been so exhausted, and this morning I just kind of like waved the white flag and had my husband look after Bowie because I needed to get an extra hour because I really started feeling myself hitting a low point that I don't ever want to allow myself to hit. Having that little bit of sleep did make me feel a lot better when I woke up. What sleep deprivation can do to your mood is insane. I did sleep train Bowie at around 6 months, so she's been sleeping like a rock star ever since then, 11 to 12 hours through the night, no problems. But she has recently been teething, and whenever she's teething, whenever any baby's teething, their sleep patterns can be thrown off. So she hasn't been napping well, she hasn't been sleeping well. And for those few days that the teeth were cutting through, you indulge your baby, obviously, because they need you, you know, like they're crying and they're obviously in pain and they need comforting. So you do that. And then when you do that, whenever they're sick or teething or something like that, it sets those old bad habits back up so quickly. Like, it's amazing how quickly you can kind of erase any sleep training that you did. Now she's kind of past the point of being uncomfortable or in any pain at all, but she's still waking up at like 5 a.m. crying. She's not napping at all. And it's been rough, and I don't really know what to do because I set myself up for that by indulging her when she was uncomfortable and in pain, and that's okay. Obviously, of course that's okay. But now I don't know where that line is. And yeah, I've got to figure it out because something's got to give. You know, we can't go back to these old bad habits again. But in the same breath, like, I hate hearing my baby cry. It literally just makes a little piece of my heart like die inside. It's a weird fine line. You've kind of got to do what you've got to do for the right results for her benefit in the long term, but at the same time you want to be there for her. I'm figuring it out, and ultimately that's why I'm doing this video, because I think a lot of the time, because I do try and stay positive on my social channels, and because I want to be encouraging and provide useful information for other moms out there, I don't want that to be misconstrued for like me having my shit 100% together. I don't like people that are pretending their way through life. I want to be real with you guys and say I am just figuring it out, and I am not the perfect mom, and that is okay. Like, you can have your moments where that makes you want to cry, for sure. Don't get me wrong, I've been there all morning. But then you've got to come out the other side and be like, no, that's okay. That's normal. None of us are perfect. We're all figuring it out. And it's important that we share these moments with each other so that we know that it's all okay. We're doing okay. We got this, mama. I say that all the time to the women in my Facebook group. I say that all the time on Instagram and on this channel. And it's because it's so important that we hear that ringing through our brains when we're having those mornings or those afternoons or those late nights. We have to remind ourselves, we got this, mama. This is totally foreign content for my channel. I never post anything like this. This is not what you're normally gonna find on here, but I did think it was important to share because I'm having a rough one today. I'm having a rough morning. I'm feeling like a shitty mom today. And I wanna put this out there for every other mom who is finding themselves feeling like a shitty mom in this moment, just as much as I needed to do this and put this out there for me to remind myself that it's okay to feel like this and that it is totally normal, because that's what we do in the MOMLIFE community. And I'm reminded of that so many times when I go to this growing community page on Facebook and when I'm dialoguing with you guys via email from my email list. Like, we are all human and we are all on this journey full of like the highest highs that, like, if you don't have kids, I don't think you can even fathom what those highs feel like, and full of some seriously difficult moments too. So if you feel me on this, if you have had moments on your motherhood journey where you just feel like a shitty mom and that's okay, then give this video a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up because I'm right there with you. We are all right there with you. I do post a lot of really useful information. I provide a lot of free downloads that contain a lot of really helpful information. And the reason why I do those things is I just want to make other people's mom life journeys a little bit easier in any way that I can, because I know it's hard. So I hope you stay tuned to my channel and subscribe and are enjoying the content that I'm putting out there for you guys. If there are any topics that I haven't covered and you want information on that I may have information about, then please always send me an email. If you're on my email list already, then you know you're going to get more and more helpful information. You're going to get discount codes for brands that I use in my household every day, just because I want to save you some money. I know mom life is expensive too. All I'm trying to do within this community is connect on a human level with other people. And I think an important part of doing that really and truly is putting myself out there raw, unfiltered. This is what real mom life looks like. It's not like Instagram worthy all the time. This is the truth. And I think that's what ultimately social media is like best used for, is like connecting other human beings, not connecting other like glorified Pinterest pages. Don't get me wrong, I love a pretty filter too. If I'm gonna do all of that and I'm gonna say what I say about wanting to connect other people, then I think it's also important that I share moments like these with you guys. I'm gonna leave all the links below for the free downloads that I'm talking about. I know I didn't mention any of them specifically, but you can look in the video description for all of the free downloads that I have available for moms out there. They are really helpful resources, and I have collaborated with a few of the experts that I've worked with in my mom life journey on these. So you know you're getting not just my peer advice, but also some professional advice in these free downloads. If you wanna sign up for my email list just because, and you like the idea of, you know, connecting with me and getting exclusive discounts every month and whatever, being a part of the Mom Life community, we'll also leave information about how to get involved in the Mom Life community down below in the video description. The last thing I'm going to say before I sign off and pick myself up and have a much better rest of my day than I did this morning is everything is all relative. You are entitled and valid in feeling low when you feel low, and you are entitled and valid in feeling high when you feel high. We all need to stop comparing ourselves to other moms and other people in general, because that does not serve us in any way. In saying that, it's also important to have a lot of perspective in those tough moments and remember how blessed you are, how lucky you are. You have been given one of the greatest gifts ever, and that is not to be taken for granted, but it's still okay to have moments where you just feel a little shit. You are still rocking this, and remember, always, 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 you got this, mama. Thanks for letting me vent. It always makes me feel so much better when I do. And it always makes me feel better that there is this digital community of badass, real human moms. Pick each other up, pick me up, that I can hopefully help pick up every now and then. And that's a beautiful thing. So thank you. Mwah.